Alliance approach is such that we're going to be networking with formers, not just from white nationalism, not these various threads of differing threads of extremism, but extremists from, or former extremists from all walks of life and all types of organizations. And I think that there are some commonalities between all of them, and the different experiences as well can help shed light in where it's needed in others. So former jihadists may be able to offer some advice to former white nationalists and vice versa. So I think that approach is good, for sure. It's comprising a myriad of experiences of former extremists with different talents, different knowledge, different experiences that I think is going to act as a wellspring from which we can all draw. All this talent and knowledge we can all draw from in order to sort of root out extremism, alter that paradigm in such a way as to dismantle it, maybe prevent it from happening, and assist current extremists who may be having some doubt, or maybe not having some doubt, but still try and reach out to them and help them disengage or transcend that hate. And look at what just happened in New Zealand. That's a very good example, I think. But also any other mass murder or attack that has occurred from Charleston to the Tree of Life Synagogue to New Zealand and everything before and after in between. The white nationalism is starting to look a lot like jihadism, or I'm not sure what term you would use, Islamic terrorism, starting to look a lot like that. And that's where it intersects. And that's where I see former jihadists being able to say, hey, look, this is what we saw. This was the buildup. These are the things that occurred, the psychology that enveloped these people, and this is what we can do to prevent, or hopefully prevent, people from emulating these attacks. Because that's exactly what's happening. I mean, the New Zealand shooter, I don't remember his name, he basically said he was getting revenge for jihadist attacks in France and elsewhere. And so all he did was, for most people, he's not a martyr at all, but that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be a martyr, and he wanted to set an example, but all he did was do the same thing that the terrorists did in France. He just became them. Most important thing is someone who has experience, we should leverage that voice and those experiences, and let formers contribute as well. But I think what we have to avoid, and I don't mean to go negative with this, but it's just something that kind of popped in my head, is we don't want formers to act as parents. They don't want to be talked down to, or we don't want to come off as condescending, or I know better than you. We can sit here and say that formers have experience, and we do. We have knowledge from the inside, but formers were not the people who were standing on the other side at all these rallies, say, Unite the Right. There were reporters there. There were Antifa there. They have experiences from the other side. And so therefore, from those experiences, they have valuable insight as well. And coming together, merging as one, and attacking this using our combined experiences, our combined knowledge and talents, I think is the best route we can take.